Next, on a special edition of Ramblers Unleashed, it's Wrestlemania! Will Baron get his way when it comes to the women's tag titles? Will J-Bone even recognize any wrestlers as they enter tonight? Is Dizzy still feeling some kind of way from the NXT women on the Stand and Deliver card? And will Max's professional background help him with picks? Woo, woo, woo. Next on Ramblers Unleashed WrestleMania Weekend Edition.
Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
The wrestling podcast that sets all other podcasts apart. Covering news from the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, and more. Your favorite weekly episodic podcast, Ramblers Unleashed, starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is WrestleMania weekend. Welcome to the prediction show. As you can see, I am joined by the Baron, the Trader, but where's my best friend? I have no idea where my best friend is. He's supposed to be sitting right here with us doing these predictions. I want to thank those of you that reached out to me, though. I have predictions from 3 people that are not on the show. Thank you for that. Hey, we got a lot of...
Oh my God.
There he is.
I am so sorry, but I was trying to get ready. I had to go into my closet real quick. Look what I found, guys.
Hey, that is awesome. I too am a Paul Heyman guy, and we are very grateful that you came out of the closet to join us.
Well, you know.
I fucking knew that was coming, like, as soon as you said that.
And I timed it perfectly. Did you notice Baron was taking a drink as I said that?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yes, Max, it is WrestleMania season. I am so ready for it. Oh, did you guys watch Stand and Deliver?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
No, unfortunately not. I'm going to watch the replay of it sometime, probably later sometime. I don't know.
Well, thank you to my best friend for keeping the show going, even while I was trying to dig this shirt off of the hanger in my closet. I've been looking for a reason to wear this shirt, and I finally found it because what is it tonight? Is the triple threat?
Ooh!
Oh my God, this is going to be so good, man!
Yes, it's a main event from night 1.
Yeah.
Heyman is the factor of the match that you don't. It's not just a triple threat. This truly is one of the biggest. They said this is truly one of the biggest triple threats in WrestleMania history. I mean, you got the icon CM Punk, and you've got 2 future legends that are both at the top of the heap in the company of Roman Reigns and Seth. And I don't know exactly. I mean, this is just that they just want to fight. Mm-hmm. So I don't know when they win this. I don't know exactly what they win, but I got a feeling whoever wins, Paul Heyman's going to follow him.
I have a feeling of that too, and I don't know if I don't think this means anything, but I did want to point this out last night on the Hall of Fame, which kind of pissed me off, to be honest. But Paul Heyman was actually sitting next to Seth Rollins, I believe.
I noticed that.
And so I don't know if I don't know, because the WWE has lately been throwing in these little these little nuggets of information, and they're hidden, like these hidden eggs.
Right.
And now I know it's a pun because we're so close to Easter. Easter is tomorrow, but they've been setting it up so big, and there's just little minuscule stuff that we miss for the show. So that could mean something. I don't know if it's just a fluke that it was the seating arrangement there or what, but what really annoyed me about the Hall of Fame is that I know Baron and I are in the Midwest, and we're on Central Time. It was on at midnight, and J-Bone, you're on Central Time too. It was on at midnight. Max, what time was it on for you in Colorado?
Oh, after the red carpet that took an hour, it started at 11 p.m. my time. And I got to tell you, I did a good job. I made it through the whole Hall of Fame, but Booker T didn't. Jey Uso didn't. I can tell you there were several faces in the crowd that didn't. I know someone from our show who definitely didn't stay awake for the whole Hall of Fame. Listen, I hope that they've learned a lesson from this. But something funny that came out of the Hall of Fame, if you watched the Triple H induction, there's two things I want to point out. First off, I realized when Shawn was up there talking that the Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon dynamic is that of Corey, Shawn, and Topanga from Boy Meets World, where is he with Shawn or is he with Topanga? You just really couldn't tell. But the other thing I want to point out is something that a good friend of mine that I've talked about on the show before posted. Eric Angel put last night, even Mr. T was like, Jesus Christ, Paul, wrap it the F up. It's a speech, not your autobiography.
Yeah. Paul went a little long. I mean, I was watching it, and
it was amazing. It truly was amazing.
It was long, but I would have rather listened to that than have to listen to Michelle McCool for a good solid 30 more minutes.
I think everybody had what, a 2-minute time limit that they could talk.
That was the intros. The actual inductee speeches.
Not everybody had the 2-minute time limit, because let me ask you this: are you going to tell Undertaker you can only go out there and talk about your wife for 2 minutes? Because I'm not making that mistake. I don't care if I am Paul, the pain in the ass boss. I'm not telling Taker he can only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wish it would select a different time for sure, but I understand with SmackDown ending and being in Vegas, it was a different venue than where SmackDown was at, right?
Yes.
Where was it at?
It was at the
Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
The where?
The Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau.
Yeah, so that's a really different direction of where SmackDown and stuff was.
Yeah.
And guys, back on the Paul Heyman subject, the talk is all about who Paul Heyman owes favors to and what favor it is. But guys, I found out last night that actually I owe Paul Heyman a favor. I don't know how that happened, but hey, I'm a man of my word. If I owe him a favor, I'm going to make good on it whenever he asks.
Because it's Paul freaking Heyman, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we're just all overthinking this a little bit. And the fact that Seth Rollins was sitting next to Paul Heyman last night was the favor. Maybe Seth Rollins was like, "Hey, Paul, look, I know Mania's this weekend, but I would really feel honored if you would just sit next to me for the Hall of Fame." Maybe that's all it was. What do you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, that's the favor right there. That's a great one. Was Roman even at the Hall of Fame?
I didn't see him.
I didn't either. And then CM Punk is obviously going to be backstage for.
He inducted the match moment, whatever they called it.
Oh my God, dude! Yes, Terrence Booker T was over the fucking top. I was making fun of him in our little group chat. I can't,
yeah,
dude. I am so done listening to Booker T and his commentaries. Yeah, it's like, God, shut the fuck up, bro. Golly, dude.
Yeah, no, it's brutal.
It was just way over the top, man.
The whole thing was a shucky ducky, shut up
quack,
kind of moment.
God.
Yeah.
Can you do that one more time, Diz?
What the? Oh yeah. Why am I big on
He full screened your ass for that one.
Oh my God, he did. Yeah.
So you guys mentioned Roman and not seeing him last night, but I got two other names I want to point out that we didn't see last night. Yeah. I did not see John Cena in the crowd, and I can't remember a Hall of Fame ceremony where I did not see John Cena in the crowd, and I did not see The Rock last night.
Yeah, no, the Rock's in Hawaii. I found that out. He's in Hawaii, so I don't think he's going to be in Vegas at all.
Oh, just wait.
He'll be there tomorrow night.
He'll probably be there tomorrow night. Honestly,
well, he's taping a movie, right?
He was probably, I think he's doing a movie. Shit, he was probably driving to the airport because I saw him in a truck and he was in Hawaii listening to some music. So
it was the name of the movie. Cowabunga Umafala Part 9. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, it's not part 8.5 because it was only like half a movie. Okay,
no, because with the way 8 ended, and so they just decided to
okay, well, that makes sense. We've gone through this part of this show without doing the intros, and we had a special guest that we were trying to get us to join, to get him to join us for the show, because he is actually in Las Vegas right now as we speak, probably walking to Allegiant Stadium right now. But let's go ahead and do the intros and introduce everybody on this program. First and foremost, my best friend, because he was the person that took over for the show while I was digging around in the closet. The person who is just a heck of a guy. He's a standout guy, and he's the only guy that I know who pops bigger for Joel Gertner than any of us. The traders, well, just the trader can address him as Mr. Mages, but Baron, myself, we can call him, and you can all call him the mighty Maximus Mages. Golfers clap. How are you, sir? Happy WrestleMania weekend, buddy.
I am awesome. I am looking forward to 2 nights of the biggest, grandest stage of them all. Yeah. Boom. And listen, I just want you all to know that I am glad that I can share this with all of you. And I'm not just talking these 3 right here. I'm talking all of you over here on this side, with the possible exception of Styles. That dude's a little weird. I think he needs to go get that head examined. By the way, he just messaged he's about to send me his night 2 picks right now. So.
Oh, good. Yes, and if you have not sent your picks yet for night 1 and night 2, send them now to @MaxMages on X. And get yourself in the running for some Ramblers Unleashed merchandise. If you got the best picks, we will send you some free merch. Pretty cool stuff, man.
And let's not forget that I am offering a bonus point to anybody who correctly guesses Orton's opponent.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
because we still don't know. It's an open challenge.
Yes.
That match is worth 2 points. 1 for correctly guessing who's going to win, and 1 if you correctly guess who the opponent is. So keep that in mind as you're getting your picks put together. I do have Terrence's picks, and I got to tell you, I love who he thinks Orton's opponent's going to be.
Who did he say that his opponent was going to be?
Well, I'm going to tell you, all you got to do is say his name, and he appears.
I
believe in Joe Hendry.
Clap, clap.
Wow.
Terrence, that's a heck of a pick, man. Good luck. Hopefully you're right, and you get yourself some free merchandise from Ramblers Unleashed. And
watch it, Terrence. One of these 4 guys here, it ain't gonna be me, is gonna pick Joe Hendry too now after you selected that. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Max.
You never know.
Well, listen.
Well, hold on. Did you pay attention to Max's intro before the show?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah, of course you did. Well, when he said woo, woo, woo.
Oh.
Who else says that?
Well, you know, it's funny. He was actually at the Hall of Fame last night.
He was.
Uh-huh.
I think
next to the Women's United States champion.
Yep.
And we talked about this before. He posted on social media that this is his 18th straight WrestleMania week that he has gotten paid for doing work in the same town as WrestleMania is in.
Yeah.
So he's in town to work.
Let's go ahead and introduce the next guy whose catchphrase is and will always be, Darren.
It's got to be. I got to switch it up this week. It is 420. That's the catchphrase. It is 420 weekend. Happy 420 to everyone out there.
Absolutely. The guy that hates AEW more than anyone that I know and gets higher than a 747 airliner. He is the one and only Baron Golfers Clap. Baron, how are you, buddy? Happy WrestleMania week. You too.
Dude, I'm pumped, man. It's the best time of the year for all the wrestling fans out there. And dude, everything that we watched for the last year and talked about for the last year is going to come to fruition, and it's going to be great, man. I love it.
Absolutely.
And it's 420 weekend, so
it is your favorite day. It's your favorite time of the year, man.
Double dose of a holiday for sure. WrestleMania and 420.
Yeah, exactly. So are you going to hunt Easter eggs and do
bud eggs? Yeah, that's what we call it. Bud eggs. We put the bud in the eggs, and
that's like the enhanced version of an adult Easter egg.
Right.
An Easter hunt.
Well, it's soaking wet out here. I'm not sure anybody that's in Missouri that's going to do any Easter hunting because it's supposed to storm the whole weekend, I think.
It's been raining here in southern Illinois as well. It's just not a good weekend to be out and about and doing stuff. And hopefully you can get some Easter egg hunting in. And if you're in the Midwest, just be careful because we got some nasty stuff coming our way. Another guy who's in the Midwest, the producer of our show, and the last trader.
The last trader standing.
I have to say that, but without his wonderful missus, the lovely Mrs. J-Bone, who gifts us his time, which Miss J-Bone, we're still waiting, Max and I'm telling you, take care of that for us, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Golfers clap for J-Bone. Happy WrestleMania weekend to you, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, you know what? I gotta piggyback off of what my best friend was talking about. That it's what weekend it is, and they're talking about 420 and such. Here's the funny part. The funny part is I was at work yesterday, and I was talking to a mother and her kids, and I'm taking orders at the register. And I'm, so if they seem friendly enough, I'll indulge in a little small talk as I'm putting the order together for them or ringing up their order or whatever, just a few seconds of, just try to keep it friendly and
good customer service that you are providing.
Good guy J-Bone over here.
Just trying to provide some exceptional customer service. So I said to her and the kids, and I said, so you ready for this weekend? Thinking it's a holiday weekend, it's Easter and whatever. And this little kid who couldn't have been more than 10, he was pretty small, and he just had this like little shit-eating grin on his face, and he goes, 420. and the mother and I are like, and it's like, it's going to be April 20th. So I quick switched it to, that's the date of Easter. And the mother's like, yeah, Easter.
That's the kind of kid that's going to go places when he's older. I'm just saying.
And we were both like, oh my God. Like the kids are learning stuff earlier and earlier now, it's
yeah.
It was so funny, but yeah,
that's it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
It was hilarious.
We were supposed to have a special guest with us who's actually in Las Vegas right now. He said he's with his buddies, and he's probably walking to Allegiant Stadium right now, getting ready, getting in line to get into the doors of the stadium to go sit for WrestleMania. And if you are familiar with this show, you are familiar with the Destroying Kayfabe guys. Matter of fact, we have one of them in the show with us today in the chat, which say hi to CM Styles. Hi, buddy. And if you are familiar with Puddin' Pop, Austin Hollis. He is actually in Las Vegas right now. But the problem is, everybody is in Las Vegas. There's thousands and thousands of people there. You got to think that the cell phone signal, the service there is going to be just so congested. So I don't think he's able to join us on the call or join us on the show today because he was supposed to, and he was going to talk to people in the crowd and get their predictions for today's WrestleMania Night 1 of WrestleMania right here on YouTube, which would have been awesome. But the stupid cell service is just so congested there that I don't think he's able to join us. But he said that he was going to try to make a video of him walking around, talking to people, seeing about their predictions, seeing how they enjoyed the show. And he is on assignment. I mean, yes, Styles, we put him on assignment for sure.
We're not just considering that. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's on assignment. We told him, you're going to WrestleMania. You are going to be our man on the street. But I wish we had better communication with him to be able to bring him onto the show. But
wait, you didn't put him on the payroll, did you?
No, I'm paying him per diem.
He's getting pudding cups as payment.
Yeah.
Real quick, I have a question about J-Bone's story. J-Bone, you were talking about that kid that said happy 420.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture. Can you throw that up? Was this the kid that said that to you?
Well, let's see. What is it?
It might have been. It might have been. Yeah, hang on a second.
Throw this up.
Come on, work with me here.
And by the way, if you have not yet,
Who's that guy? He must have been a really good. It had to have been that kid.
Hold on. I have questions. First, Max, where did you find that, man?
It's on his profile.
Okay. Baron, where was that taken?
Well, where do you think that was taken? Where did we meet at?
I mean, oh my God, really?
Well, yeah. Did you see the lockers?
Yeah.
You didn't recognize that?
No.
I mean, it's been 15 plus years at this point, probably. But
God, dude.
That's a good fucking picture.
That's a damn good picture. Mighty good. Holy God.
I had two qualifications for the picture I was after. It had to be a younger looking younger looking Baron, and I didn't want anybody else in the picture because I'm not here trying to out the people in his life besides us. So it had to just be the Baron in the picture, and this one met both qualifications. So
that's a great. That is. I wish I could date that picture when that picture was taken. Probably 2009-ish. I don't know really, but you were blessed to meet that young child.
I certainly was, man, and we became good friends, and I'm glad that we're still homies, man. That's awesome.
Listen, we all benefit from the fact that you two met at that time, because I don't think that we'd be doing this show if you two hadn't met. We probably wouldn't know Styles at this point. We probably wouldn't know J-Bone. So I'm thankful you two met in front of those hideously colored orange lockers.
And you wouldn't have, and you know what? We wouldn't have been doing this show without myself, the Baron, and of course Bubba, because he was a figure in the show too, man. He was a founding father in the show too, just like myself and the Baron. So and then Max came along, and then Bubba left, and we brought in J-Bone. So. Yeah,
just history. Listen, for those of you that don't know, because this is not something that Disney and I usually talk about on the show, we may have mentioned it once way back in the beginning, but Disney and I actually met because of a website called FooBar. FooBar claims to be the largest online bar. Personally, I believe it's the world's only online bar, but that's not the point. They have lounges on there that are kind of like chat rooms, and they have it set up to where you can actually DJ in there. You can have people, you get yourself a little server, you put it into the room, and people can DJ. And that's how Dizzy and I met, was we used to DJ on FooBar all the time. And so I guess it just kind of naturally translated that we would do a podcast together.
I remember we were in a chat room, and you were in there, and we were talking about wrestling, and you said, well, I'm a wrestler. And I said, what? And then I friended you, and then we started talking, and I'm like, dude, you got to come on the show. And that is where Max Mages spawned into becoming a regular on this program. So without that website, we wouldn't have Max Mages and his expertise, because he was in this industry. He's been in this industry for so long doing independent shows. Without his knowledge in this industry and the people that he knows, we wouldn't have a good show, honestly. I mean, we would just be sitting here like, well, gee, I don't know. Without Max, I mean, with Max though, we know. I mean, he can see stuff that we can't. You know, like from a booker standpoint, he can see stuff that we don't see. So, Max,
we spent a little stint, okay, in the Illinois pro semi-amateur wrestling world, okay, Dizzy. We booked a show. No, we didn't really book a show. We did do some commentary, though.
Yes, and that was with Alton Invades Wrestling, and all those guys. We are really, really happy that we met those guys too, because.
Oh, I think I got to share this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it right now.
Oh, you got it? Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
So, Max, that's you in the middle. Show us who these two guys are. Tell us who these guys are.
So, at one time, I managed a tag team called Night Vision, Lightning Blind Mike, and Rowdy Knight. So, I don't know if you can tell, but Rowdy Knight is obviously the guy on the right, because if you look at the eyes of the other one, he's got to be the blind one, right?
Yeah.
So he was legally blind. He had peripherals. So he had a little bit of vision, but this is night vision right here. Yeah. This was one of my earliest pictures from my time with RMCW, which was technically the third Fed I worked for, because we started with WSW, then we went out to Ohio for a while and worked for a small Fed out there. Then we came back and started RMCW. We ended up forming a group called the Originals not far down the road, and we added a guy named Romeo to our group. But this was so long ago that look at this. Look, you can see how much I put on in the weight category. Look how skinny and naive I looked there.
And everybody knows what your name is because it's right there on the shirt.
Exactly. That was on purpose so I could look down and go, Zow. No. Oh, Max. My name is Max.
My name is Max.
My name is Max.
My name is Max.
My name is Max, and these are my friends.
Yeah, and this would have been from. Let's see. I came home in we started in 99 with RMCW, so that was probably 2000, 2001 time frame that picture was taken.
Wow, that is incredible.
And my mommy put my name on my T-shirt so I remember my name.
No. Mommy put my name on my underwear so I could remember my name. Oh. I put my name on my T-shirt because I wasn't pulling my underwear out at a show.
Well, that's good thinking.
I'm smarter than I get credit for.
Smarter than the average Max.
He's smarter.
Styles, send us a picture of you when you were young.
Yeah, Styles, send us a picture of you when you were young. And while
you want to see that sexy military picture.
While you're doing that, if you have not gotten your predictions to at Max Mages on X, you have two different options to get them in. This is the last call for you to be able to do it.
You got till 6 p.m. Central. That's when WrestleMania actually starts.
Yeah, so you can drop them in the chat here, or you can go to at Max Mages on X, because not everybody has X. We actually had somebody on our Facebook page at Ramblers Unleashed send us his predictions, and I was able to send them over to Max. So if you need to get your predictions in, but you don't have X, get them into the chat right here. And you know what, Max? We're going to do this promotion again, right?
Yes. Listen, we were talking about this earlier because we weren't getting a lot of the picks, and we decided that's probably because of when I announced it. So I am here to hold on before I do that. Courtney, I'm so glad you joined us and abandoned the less interesting WWE predictions. So we decided we want to give you guys a bit more notice for the next one. So we discussed it today, and we are going to do this again for SummerSlam. I know we're a little ways out, and we don't really know what the matches are going to be yet, but that's all right. SummerSlam is also a 2-night event. This is the first year it's 2 nights. So let's get it on record now. I'm absolutely enjoying taking down everybody's predictions, and I want to do it again. I want to include all of you viewers. So keep that in mind, and we'll remind you multiple times between now and then. But the biggest party of the summer, I want your picks.
Yeah, so SummerSlam coming up. We want your picks, and we'll figure out what we can give away. We don't know exactly what we're going to give away, but we'll put our heads together and figure that out. But
it'll be we'll make it unique for the winner. We'll be like, hey, do you want a t-shirt? Would you like a hat? You want some stickers? We'll make it special.
We'll make it very special for you.
It's not like you're going to get a t-shirt and, oh God, it doesn't fit. No, man, we're going to talk to you. It's all good.
We're gonna talk to you. We're gonna shout you out here, and we're gonna get your address and your information and all that and what you want, and we'll figure it out. So again, go to X, type in Max Magus, Magius. Tell him who you
right
think
below me.
Right there below him. Yes, absolutely. Tell him your predictions, and boom, that locks you in to possibly win some Ramblers Unleashed merchandise for WrestleMania. We need both nights though, night 1 and night 2, to lock your prediction in, to lock your chances in to win some Ramblers Unleashed merchandise. So speaking of predictions,
wait,
yes, yeah.
Wait.
Oh my God, we still got introductions going.
Wait. Hold on. There's 2 more things before we get to those. And one of them is very important. And one of them is Styles related.
Oh, yeah. Let's pull this up.
But I've got one more coming from Styles.
Okay.
And it's even younger.
Oh, my gosh.
But before you put that first one up, Styles, because of what's in that picture, thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much, Styles. If you don't know who CM Styles is, he was in the military, and he is a veteran, and we certainly thank him for his services. And I always, every time I see somebody in uniform, whether it's military, whether it's police, whether it's EMS, firefighter, whoever it is, I thank them for their service. So Styles, I know I've thanked you in the past, but that just doesn't cut it. So from all of us here at Ramblers, thank you, brother. We certainly do appreciate you. And yes, that is a young picture of CM Styles.
Is it not?
Yeah.
No. Check the other one. The other one's even younger.
Oh my, is it? Okay, well, hang on just 1 second. Let me go find it real quick. And oh my gosh, yeah, that's a super young. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, so this was circa Styles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just going to guess this. And guys, you can chime in too to figure out what year this is. But I'm looking at the jeans here, and those look like Jinko jeans. And let's see.
Oh, the green hair. I mean, we're talking.
We're talking like what, 1993.
Oh no, this ain't
94?
1993.
96?
I was thinking like 90, late 90s, maybe early 2000s. Jinkos didn't. I don't think Jinkos were popular until fuck. I don't know. My time is pretty rough now. I'm looking at the car behind it more than anything.
Because I'm looking at his shorts too, and those are very grunge shorts, man. Like all the grunge stars had those shorts they wore on the stage.
Yeah, but Jinkos didn't get really super popular until like late 90s, early 2000s. But I'd say safe bet maybe 96.
I'd say, yeah, I changed mine 96, 97. Max, what do you got?
Well, first off, I'm glad he's not wearing parachute pants. But I was going to say probably 96, 97. and he just answered that for
Yeah,
us.
he just did.
97, 98.
J-Bone,
Yeah, the Ford Aerostar.
thank you, man.
Ford Aerostar.
Are those BKs?
Are those what?
Are those BKs?
Oh, I don't know. You talking about the shoes?
The shoes.
Oh, I don't know.
Ford Aerostar.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a freaking Aerostar. My God, I haven't seen one of those in ages.
Damn, can you believe that J-Bone was already old when you took that picture, Styles?
I was for 97. I was already 5 years out of high school and probably close to being engaged to my first wife. Scary thought.
God, my Lord. Oh, how the tables have turned.
I'm already losing my hair.
All right.
How the
We
tides.
promised the old man we would try to keep this brief, and so far we've not seemed to have done that. But
Yeah, we haven't done a good.
Yeah, you guys look. This is Saturday afternoon. You're eating into my old man bath time. You guys are lucky I didn't do this live from the bathtub. So
we're lucky. We would have just pulled you out of the studio.
He's gotta go do his little bath bombs and his J-Bone rituals. So
I gotta soak my corns.
And let me make this next part really quick. BKL, I got you. I followed you back. Thank you. Get your picks to me at some point. I'll get them added to the list, and we'll enter you into the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 more introductions to make, and one of them is extremely important to me. I know my fellow Ramblers. It's you guys are important to them too. We could not do this show without the G-Rod.
Shit. Wow, Glenn, what's up, buddy? It's G-Rod. That's awesome, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I get back to introducing all of you, I would like to point out that this gentleman right here, this legend in the podcasting world, this man is the one we were talking about the other night when we were talking about G-Rod and the others. Ladies and gentlemen, he is an icon. We love this man. G-Rod, welcome aboard.
What's up, man? So, quick backstory, Max, before you continue. We met G-Rod and Anthony DiStefano and Chris Oni, who I'm still friends with on Snapchat. We talk like every day. We met these guys through podcasting. We've done a lot of great stuff with them, with Alex's Lemonade Stand, and gosh, I mean the accolades just go on and on and on and on. But G-Rod is a very, very, very good friend of our show, and welcome to the stream, brother. Happy WrestleMania weekend to you.
Hope you're well, Glenn.
Yes, absolutely. Hope you're doing well, and we're happy that you're here, brother.
And I want to publicly say, and I know this is something that's been on the back burner for a while, and I apologize, but I want to say publicly, congrats on all your success with the movies you've made that have come out on Amazon Prime and such. We need to, like, after WrestleMania sometime, we need to figure out a time to get you on the show and talk about the movies that you're made and the stuff that you've got coming up in the future, because if I'm not mistaken, you've got more coming up soon. So congrats, G-Rod. We love you, and you deserve everything you got coming to you, and much love to you.
Absolutely. You were talking about his films that he's made, and one of the movies that I got to see, and if you've not seen this movie, do yourself a favor and go look for it. It's called The Bastard Sons.
Thank you. Yes.
So well done. It is such a good movie, and it's kind of reminiscent of Four Brothers. I think that's the name of the name of the movie. It's called Four Brothers, but it's similar to that, and it's got like a mafia type feel to it. It is just so cool, man. Go find The Bastard Sons. I believe it's on Amazon. You can find it maybe on any other streaming platform.
I think it's free on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I believe so. And
it is included with Prime.
Yeah, and more.
There you go. If you got Prime, go watch it.
More to come from G-Rod, and keep them coming, brother. We need to get you on this program as soon as possible. And if you're watching WrestleMania, enjoy WrestleMania. Get your predictions in too, dude. to at Max Mages for nights 1 and 2 if you want to be entered to win some free Ramblers Unleashed merchandise. At Max Mages on X. Yeah, you could win yourself a hat, have a cool hoodie, whatever you want. And we'll get it sent to the best predictions out there. In the meantime,
hang on. We got some breaking news here.
Okay. What's
Triple A's head, Dorian, is on the pre-show, and they're talking about a new partnership with Triple A.
Wow, that's huge. That is huge.
Fine, I'll do it J-Bone's way. Hang on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. By the way, this is just breaking. This is just coming in. So if you haven't loved or subscribed to the channel yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button that tells YouTube that you like what we're doing and that recommends our videos to more people. We're going to get our predictions in soon, but J-Bone, what else do you got on that news for AAA?
Wait, is it a partnership or is it an acquisition? Hang on, I'm looking into it right now.
Mir says acquisition,
right.
But
while you're looking into that, J-Bone, let me finish taking care of our business.
Yes, do it.
So without you guys, all of you viewers that join us and watch us later, even if you watch it later, you're not here live, we appreciate you. You are the fifth Rambler, and thank you for being a part of this. And now, for the man of the hour, the host that makes us all Ramblers, that does all the hard work for you guys and gets the stories, are the man without whom we wouldn't be Ramblers. And again, I want to point out that it's not a bad thing to be on Smash This Podcast or TNI or Destroying Kayfabe. It's just that we wouldn't have an identity there. We have an identity here. We are Ramblers, and we wouldn't be that without my best friend, Dizzy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, golfers clap. And thank you, Max. That was a great intro.
That was sweet, Max. So fucking sweet.
That was too sweet. Too sweet.
So Triple H is sitting next to what's her name? Marissa Pena.
Maricela Pena.
Thank you. I apologize. And just to let you guys know, Andrade
is right behind Triple H.
Right behind Triple H. So I think those predictions on his future with the WWE might have been a little far-fetched.
Yeah, there was some stuff going around that Andrade posted on X that, thank you guys very much and love you or whatever the case. And people thought that that was Andrade's sign that he was leaving, but he only signed to WWE in 2024. So I think he's got.
She just doesn't look like she gives a fuck.
But she always looks like that.
I know. I haven't seen her in a long time, and then I'm just.
She is always very stoic. Whenever you see her at ringside at AAA events, she's always very stoic. She's always holding the urn of her late husband, and they always really make a big cultural deal of his history, his passing. It's a level of respect that honestly I have not seen anywhere else, with the exception of what like WWE does for their Hall of Famers. So
it's totally it's totally different from our standard of wrestling versus Mexico's standard of wrestling. They take that so serious versus the Americanized version of wrestling. And Lucha Libre AAA has been around for such a long time, man. So they take it to heart, and this is a good, really good opportunity if this acquisition is true, or promotion, or
I think it's a cross promotion. I wouldn't say acquisition. I think they're they've done this before, right?
Yeah.
So I think
J-Bone, you're muted if you're trying to talk.
I'm sorry, I coughed earlier, so I muted. Vikingo is in the middle of the pack there.
Oh wow.
Okay, that answers one of my questions.
Wow.
So what this is there? I pulled up the article on WrestleZone.
Mm-hmm.
report that WWE NXT to team with AAA for Worlds Collide event this summer. It's going to happen this June. NXT Worlds Collide taking place in the Kia Forum June 7th with AAA, says WrestleVotes. There's really no other details here.
I mean, Cole literally said acquisition, so I'm not sure. I don't. He literally just said that. But nonetheless, that's awesome, man. I think
it's a partnership. I don't think it's an acquisition.
We'll have to keep our eyes on this. I'm sure that news is going to be shared out, and we'll if it's out, we'll try to get it on Tuesday night for you here on Ramblers Unleashed. But
okay, I said you answered one of my questions, but I had three.
What's the other two?
They're the same question there. Who's that? So you mentioned Vikingo, so I know, and I just sent a picture over of what's on my screen. So I know him. Obviously, I know Steph Vicaire, Legado del Fantasma, and Andrade. Mm-hmm. I believe that's Dragon Lee next to Vikingo. Then you have okay, now I don't know who the guy in the hat is. Penta, though.
That's Joaquin Phoenix.
That is Joaquin. Okay, that's what I thought. But
or Joaquin, whatever his name is.
Wild.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is the guy that does movies. Yeah. Then you got Penta.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my God. Just don't listen to me.
Okay. Who's the guy in the glasses right behind Cole?
I don't know who.
So Ray is not medically clear to compete tonight.
Oh, that's Joaquin's tag partner.
Okay.
That's not Cruz del Toro.
I don't know. So there's a story going around. What Baron was just saying. There's a story going around. Rumor that Rey Mysterio took a nasty bump on SmackDown last night, and apparently he's not clear to compete here.
No, they just announced the replacement too, so it's official now. So it's Ray Phoenix, like I was saying in the chat earlier. So that's awesome.
There were different reports of who could possibly replace.
Okay, new breaking news.
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix is gonna replace him. They just announced it.
Baron just told us. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
All right, guys. For those of you that already sent me your picks, is your pick going to change now that it's Ray Phoenix instead of Rey Mysterio, or are you going to stick with whatever you had picked?
This is wow. This is crazy.
That could be a canceled out one, so people don't have to backtrack on what it is. You know, it could be like an extra bonus point type thing. But
yeah,
I mean,
well,
I sense that was going to happen, and maybe he's not even really truly injured, but I feel like Ray Phoenix has a little bit more steam in WWE right now, so they kind of made the switch last minute. And then last night on SmackDown, it was pretty obvious it was going to happen because he came out and threw him out of the ring. But predictions. Well, speaking of predictions, can we predict, fellas?
Let's get to predict.
Come on now.
So Terrence is the only one that picked Rey Mysterio. Terrence, are you sticking with Ray now that it's Phoenix, or would you like to switch to Grande Americano?
Yeah, go ahead and get him your picks, but I think it's time that we get into our predictions for WrestleMania 41, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada, tonight and tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do tonight's picks. And Max, are you ready for notes? Are you taking down the notes?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by Jackie's outfit. Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, her outfit is freaking awesome.
It's shiny.
I know, it's super shiny. Let's go ahead and start with, since the Baron is ready for predictions, let's go ahead and start with the Baron, since I know you're chomping at the bit. Let's start it with...
I'm ready to predict, baby. I'm ready to get the free merch, even though we're not eligible for the free merch. But nonetheless, I might just buy myself free merch anyways, because I'm buying free merch anyways.
Let's go ahead and start with the Saturday's predictions. Let's kick it off with the War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. Baron, who do you got?
I'm gonna lock it in with the New Day. I think they've kind of picked up some steam here, being the heel bad guys, and I'm not a big War Raider guy, but New Day all the way.
All right.
It's your boys, the New Day.
Well, now that we know the change of the match between El Grande Americano is now Rey Fenix, there's some questions that I've got. Is Rey Fenix coming into this match just too new? Is it time for him to have a WrestleMania moment and get a win, or do you think El Grande Americano is going to take it?
I don't think El Grande was going to win regardless who the opponent is. I think, obviously, this is kind of a smack in the face to the Luchas. So I think this is kind of, they're going to beat the shit out of them. I think it's going to be a great match no matter who's involved. Yeah. But I'm going officially Rey Fenix on this.
Okay. Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
I'm sorry. I do not care for this match, actually. I think Jade's going to win. That's not all. It's just it hasn't piqued anybody's interest, I don't think. But I think Jade will win this match for sure, but we're going to see her multiple times throughout this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Listen, BKL started giving answers, so I went and started adding him. Did you say Ray or El Grande, Baron?
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
LA Knight, who is the the United States Championship. He's putting that on the line against Jacob Fatu. Baron, who you got?
Fatu, put a belt on that son of a bitch, skyrocket him wherever you want to send him. If he doesn't win, there might be a little riot from me in my household, but I think they'd be goofy not to strap belt on him because he's a real deal.
Yeah. Another person who's the real deal, and this has been a hell of a battle of words between these two ladies, and that is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. Baron.
I thought about this earlier, and after watching their video, but I want Tiff to win, but Charlotte's going to win. So if I had to pick my choice off of just, getting a good record here for the results, I'm going with Charlotte. I really want to see Tiffy time. I think, and it has been actually a really good feud between the two.
It really has. I mean, a lot of personal drama has come out in this feud, which has been just fantastic to watch and see. And I don't know if you caught I guess they're going to air the interviews with both Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair that Wade Barrett did during the pre-show for WrestleMania. So I'm excited to see the entire interview. Let's move on to Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is another one that's been kind of big too.
Yeah, I guess so. If we were just talking about pure yeet, sure, it's been big. I think this is one title match I have not been invested in at all. For some reason, I just couldn't get into it. I think something's going to happen during this match. I'm going with Gunther. I'm thinking Gunther might just beat the living shit out of Jay and maybe satisfy me a little bit and just yeet his ass out of the crowd to the crowd. So
wow.
I think that is what I want to happen, and I hope happens. It won't happen, but I'm going with Gunther. I hope Gunther beats the shit out of him.
All right. Finally, tonight, the triple threat match. Roman Reigns, CM Punk with Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins. Who do you got for that one, Baron?
Dude, that's a tough one, man. Yeah. I think we're all gonna be shocked here. I think fans are expecting the CM Punk main event win at Mania, right? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people expect that. I think we also know Roman's probably gonna go away again after Mania for a while. Either two things gonna happen. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are together, or we get The Rock that comes out and interferes in this match in some way. but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins winning this match. I think he deserves it. That's my wild card pick out there. I'm not convinced on that choice, but I think it's gonna be a great match. I think this might be the match of the whole fucking WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be this is one of the most hyped up matches on the card.
It's a big ticket match, man.
It is a big ticket. Yeah. Let's move on to Sunday for you, Baron. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley.
Yeah, just you already. Just move on to the next match.
I already wrote.
You don't even need it. Yeah, we know, boys. We're Team Liv over here.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I even called that in the prediction in the opening that he was going to pick Liv and Raquel.
Yeah.
I didn't come out and say it, but you all knew what I meant.
I got to ask. I have to ask, because it could change.
It could change. You're right, and I'm glad you asked. But just know it's not changing anytime soon.
Okay. Well, how about AJ Styles and Logan Paul?
Boo.
This is going to be another fucking great matchup. We all cannot stand Logan Paul for many different reasons. I get it. But we have to tip the fucking hat when he comes to in-ring work because he can work. And he's going to work with one of the best ring generals of all time. And that's AJ Styles. So this match is going to be fucking great. I hope they don't put it on the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Hope it's later on because it will tear the house down. But I'm going with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Braun Breaker. For the Intercontinental Championship, it's Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio.
Ooh.
Oh man, this is gonna be such a good match. I'm Team Penta on this one. So I'm gonna choose Penta, but I really hope to see Dirty Dom win this match.
Okay.
Oddball just coming out of left field here and getting that belt would be awesome to see because he's done phenomenal work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
I have learned of all the predictions we do not to ever pick Drew McIntyre. So I'm going to keep going with that one because this guy does not win at Mania at least from what I remember. I don't know. And I think somebody might screw him over here, but let's go with Priest on this one.
Okay. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, a triple threat for the Women's World Championship. Who do you have?
I've also had to think about this one, man. I think Jade is going to show up during this match. I think she's going to fuck over Bianca. Because, it didn't stop with Naomi with that beef going on. Ooh. And I think it's also going to fuck up Rhea winning this match too. So I see Io retaining the title here.
Okay. Now, we have to ask this because technically Randy Orton does not have an opponent yet. So who do you think Randy Orton is going to face at WrestleMania for Sunday night? Because we know he's got a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an open challenge to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to, just for the picks here, pick Rusev. I think it's a safe bet at this point in juncture to pick Rusev.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Rusev. I think we could do much better on, bringing out someone. We had a prediction. Terrence picked Joe Hendry. I would probably rather see that than Rusev or even anybody else. But I think it would be Rusev, and it'll be good pop, and I think the crowd would be all for it. I just don't see the longevity of it. But it'll be good, whoever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, we move on to the most anticipated match.
Who's winning that match?
Oh, yeah, who is winning that match? Yeah. If it is Rusev, or who did you say it's Rusev? Did you say
I picked Rusev? Yeah. Usually these open challenges, that person always wins. So I'm gonna go Rusev.
Okay.
Or whoever the guest, their guest appointment's gonna be.
Yeah. Okay. The most anticipated match for Sunday night, of course, is the most talked about. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. You're going with Cena.
It's been fucking fire, man. This rivalry. It's been the mic work between the two of them. I haven't seen John Cena be put down as good as he has lately by Cody Rhodes on that mic. So kudos to Cody. I'm not sure who's writing his material, but it's done great. I'm seeing 17. I'm seeing 17. I'm seeing him lose it here in St. Louis. The pay-per-view coming to St. Louis. We'll see him lose that there. But yeah, I'm going seeing him.
All right.
Number 17, baby.
Let's move on to J-Bone, and we start with tonight's card. The War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championship.
It's a tough one because the New Day have like a new outlook on their, it's like, this heel turn has kind of breathed life into them, I feel like. And it's something they needed. It's something that we kind of knew was coming, but we didn't know how it was going to play out. It's playing out pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny seeing them get booed because they were loved for well over a decade. But I gotta go with the War Raiders. They've literally been through hell in their career between trying to fight back through injuries and everything else in the way, and they finally both are back on the same page. They're healthy. They're tag team champions. I really feel like they're gonna have their Mania moment tonight, and they're gonna win. They're gonna retain.
There you go. And just to refresh, just to recap, Mir said he does not have X. It's okay if you don't have X to get Max your predictions. Drop all of your predictions in the chat, and Max will get them.
Or just send them to me, and I'll send them forward because I talk to Mir all the time.
Whichever you want to do.
Yeah, whatever's easier for you, Mir. Yeah, because we go through Facebook. You can send it to the Facebook page like Eric did. Whatever you feel like.
So get your predictions. We'll get your predictions in, and if you don't have J-Bone as a friend on Facebook or whatever, drop them in the chat here and let Max know who you think is going to win to get yourself entered into getting some free Ramblers Unleashed merchandise. Let's move on to Rey Fenix versus El Grande Americano, the singles match. J-Bone, who do you got?
Well, I love the fact that I don't love the fact that Rey Mysterio is injured, but I love the fact that he has picked Rey Fenix to be his replacement in this match. I know that what's the guy's name? El Grande Americano.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a coffee order.
Quite legendary from what I hear. It's he's not one to be messed with.
Oh, so, come on, it's Chad Gable.
Whoa! Wait, what? Dizzy, don't you even? What are you assuming here?
Come on, it's Chad Gable. We all know it.
How? Chad Gable was in the Andre Battle Royal yesterday.
It's Chad Gable.
I don't think so.
Chad Gable.
How did Chad Gable do in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Oh, he got tossed. He got tossed right the fuck out of there.
Oh, okay.
Plenty of time to go put that mask on and fuck over Rey Fenix. So,
okay. Well, I'm still gonna go with.
You're all wrong.
I'm still gonna go with.
Who's your pick real quick, J-Bone, before Max gets in there.
Rey Fenix.
All right, Max.
I said it. I said you're all wrong, and I sent a picture.
All right. We'll get that picture here. Oh my God! Yeah. If this is true, we are definitely all fucking wrong. Oh my God!
Oh no!
Look at that little pooch down there.
I will turn off WrestleMania for the fucking weekend and no longer watch the product.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi. J-Bone, who do you have, man?
Oh man, I love Naomi. I love what she's done. I think it's pretty cool that Naomi is being put in a spotlight to have a WrestleMania match right along with Jade. Jade is being used wisely as like a spectacle. So if anyone's going to help Jade, because she is still pretty young as far as years in wrestling. If anyone's going to help her have a really good match, it's going to be Naomi. But I think I got to go Jade here.
Okay. LA Knight versus Jacob Batu for the WWE United States Championship. J-Bone.
Wait, which one is that again? I'm sorry.
LA Knight versus Jacob Batu.
Oh, Fatu all the way, man. I love LA Knight. He's one of my favorites right now. He's been one of my favorites for a long time. Yeah. You guys know this because I do the gimmick every week on TNI show. T and it's for years I've been doing that. But man, Fatu, I'm so excited about this.
Yeah,
it's a next generation of Samoans. Let's go, man.
Yeah. Next match for tonight: Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship.
Oh, it's Tiffy time all day. It's Tiffy time. I mean, Charlotte's iconic already. She has an iconic record as far as the amount of championships she's already won. But she's totally looking past Tiffy time. So no, it's going to be Tiffany Stratton.
Right. Okay. Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship.
We're going to be yeeting all night long, guys.
Okay.
Jey, it's got to be Jey. Dude, this may not have been the top feud of this WrestleMania season. Like I think they wanted it to really be fire. It's been decent. It hasn't been perfect by any means because they've only done so much between the two. But man, Jay's gone through hell with this. It's his time, man.
Yep, I agree. Last match for tonight. Then we're going to move on to Sunday. J-Bone, Roman Reigns, CM Punk with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match.
Man, this is one of the hardest ones to figure out where they're going with this. But that doesn't take anything away from it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got to go with Punk. He's probably not going to win, but I got to go with Punk.
Okay. For Sunday, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria in the the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. What do you got, man?
Oh, that's a tough one.
If you're smart, you'll go with your best friend.
Best friend. Oh, because he picked.
Hold on. Are you questioning your friendship with the Baron?
No. I thought you meant that somebody.
I'm off the show, boys. I'm getting out of here. I've lost my one and only best friend off the show. You know what, J-Bo? That's the last fucking cheese curd I ever buy you bastard.
No, I misunderstood because I thought you were saying that someone in the match was my best friend, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Dizzy was trying to twist that shit on you. I felt that.
Who is your best friend that we always talk about on the show? Max is mine, so that leaves him down there. Yeah, duh.
I'm sorry. The old bone is
the old boner.
And that is why you are still a traitor, sir.
I'm not a traitor. I can't help where I work and where I make my money at and where I choose to indulge on a daily basis. Doesn't make me a traitor.
He did hurt my feelings a little bit.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
You did.
I'll send
Nobody's hurting my feelings. You're okay.
I'll send you a little turtle in the mail. Right?
Aw.
All right. No, I'm going with Liv. Liv and what's her name? Raquel. Yeah.
Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yes.
Are there other people in this match outside of Liv? I wasn't aware. I'm sorry.
Liv is going to go in the ring and wrestle a broom, and it's going to be fucking incredible.
5 stars.
Five
Baron's ready.
Taking a page out of Triple H's book. All right. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. J-Bone.
Look, Logan Paul is phenomenal. He's an incredible athlete. But I got to go with the guy who's had a 20-plus year career in wrestling and has been underrated for so long. So,
Sir,
yeah.
in an ordinary match, any other opponent, you can use the term phenomenal to describe Logan Paul. I'm okay with that. But you cannot use it to describe Logan Paul when he is facing the phenomenal one.
Yeah.
He didn't even let me.
2 phenomenal ones. That is invalid, sir.
You guys interrupting me is invalid. All right, I'm going with AJ Styles.
All right, thank you. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Fatal 4-way match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Your errors are rubbing off on me, I think. I don't know. J-Bone, who do you got, man?
To absorb the senility, you bastards.
Never. Who do you got?
I'm sorry, I have my senility shield up.
I'm going.
I just upgraded my senility shield. What's up, man?
I'm going Penta. This is going to be a lot of fun, though.
Okay. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight.
Oh, jeez Louise. These two. This has got to be the end of this one. It's been fun. And I tell you what, Drew McIntyre was amazing on that pre-show. The crowd was eating him up. I mean, in a good way. They were loving him, and he was loving them back. I'm going with Drew.
Okay. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship.
It's Io's time. It's absolutely Io's time.
Okay. Since Randy Orton, we still don't know who's going to accept the open challenge. Who do you think is going to accept that challenge, and who do you think is going to win that match?
As much as I want to say Rusev, and he's pretty much already, been declared that he's resigned, still yet to be determined on his future ex or whatever you want to call Lana. They've been showing promos on someone else that I believe is Malachi Black. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna go with Malachi Black as the mystery guy.
Nice.
And wait, he was called Malachi Black in AEW. What was he called?
Alistair. It was Alistair Black.
Was it Alistair Black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, whatever they decide to call him, Mr. Black. I think he's gonna beat. I think he's gonna beat Orton.
Okay. Finally, the biggest match for Sunday night: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Man, I love Cody. He's been amazing in this whole feud, and this feud has been just something that so many of us probably wanted it to happen, but just didn't see it coming. Not to be punished. But man, this Cena's got something up his sleeve. He has been on fire in these promos. And if you guys have been keeping track, he went down 2 weeks in a row at the hands of Cody. And I think Cody's going to completely, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shit the bed?
No, but he's not going to be ready for what Cena's going to bring, because we all were like, oh, Cena, we've seen Cena wrestle for 5 years. We know his gimmicks. We know his finishers. We know his 5 moves of doom, or whatever you want to call them. We're going to see a whole new Cena Sunday night, guys. And I'm ready for it. I'm excited. And it's his time again.
It's going to be a breath of fresh air to see that side of Cena that we have not seen. Let's move to Max. Start with tonight's.
I think we should
card.
do you next and then hit me last, since I'm the one taking all the notes.
Okay, let's hit me up then. Let's go with tonight's card. The War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championship. Max, and I'll try to drag this out as long as I can for you to catch up. Honestly, what are they doing with the War Raiders? I mean, the gimmick is okay. I love the gimmick. I love the velocity that these guys have in the ring.
I feel like it's more authentic to how they were in the Ring of Honor as opposed to like the over the top Viking gimmick. If I could just throw a little light on it for you,
the War Raiders seem real versus the whole Viking thing, which I was not over for. But when they debuted as the War Raiders, I was like, okay, this is cool. But what have they done with them so far? I really think the New Day is going to win. I think the New Day is going to go over for this one for the Tag Team Championship. Rey Fenix versus El Grande Americano, which we all know is it's Vince McMahon. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Rey Fenix. I think Rey Fenix will go over on Chad Gable. El Grande Americano. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. One that I've not really been invested in, but it's interesting that how they've made this story, how they've written this story. It's really good. I'm going to go with Jade Cargill on this to take out Naomi. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE United States Championship. I don't know. I think Jacob Fatu is so good. Oh God, he's so good. But then again, I love LA Knight. I don't know if it's his time to drop the title, but there's always a time where it is time to drop the title. So I'm going to go with, against my better judgment, I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu on that. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the singles match for the women's championship. This one has been phenomenal. The story on this has just been so compelling, so good. The drama between these two that have been on social media, and they've had real life drama, and they brought it up on their promos. God dang it, this has been so freaking good. But I don't see Charlotte Flair walking out as the champion. I think it's Tiffy time. I think Tiffany's going to retain for the WWE Women's Championship. As far as Gunther and Jey Uso goes for the World Heavyweight Championship, this is another one that has been kind of up in the air as far as the story. I think that they wanted to do something really compelling with this story, but they just didn't know how to do it. They didn't know how to tell this story. But I really am thinking it's Jey Uso's time. So I'm going to go Yeet for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight. Jey Uso walking out with that thing. And Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins for the triple threat match. Oh, boy. One, I don't think it's going to be Roman Reigns. I think Roman's going to take some time off. And the reason I say that is because I think this is going to end with something that Paul Heyman is going to turn on Roman Reigns, and I think we could see CM Punk turn heel. I really hope we see CM Punk turn heel. So I'm going to go with CM Punk and Paul Heyman. They reunite. They have one more. Dance, and they have one more partnership. This is good. I really do think CM Punk's going to win, and I really do hope he turns heel.
All right. So do you think it's going to be a thing where it seems like, because right now, there's all this, stuff that's kind of leaning towards like Seth Rollins, like he might deceive the other two and then go with Seth. And do you think he's going to do something with Seth and like he's going with Seth and then he's going to like turn on Seth, give him like a low blow or something, and something like that?
I thought about that. I really did think about that.
J-Bone, look at your screen.
I don't know, man. That's
the TV.
It's just been so hard to get something going, like get a thought put together with this. So I think I'm just gonna stick with CM Punk turning heel and Paul Heyman.
Okay.
So
I was just curious.
What's going on?
Yeah. Hey, that's definitely a solid pick on this match. So I don't know if J-Bone actually turned in time because, he's old and slow. Jey Uso is showing his hotel room at the Fontainebleau, and he walked in and they had a gift thing set up on a table for him. And one of the things they left there was a wrestling ring, a little like the old toy wrestling rings. But I can't tell if it's like cake or something because you can't tell these days. They do such a damn good job making those cakes look real.
Oh, okay.
But I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to have somebody else see it before they moved away from it.
That is cool. Boy, yeah. So I've been looking all over, and I actually found on the Facebook page of WWE a post from a little bit ago because they're replaying the segment with the guys from AAA. It does say breaking news: WWE has officially acquired AAA. So Mara was right.
Okay. All right. That's
I found that he usually is, especially when it's something where you say one thing and he says another, J-Bone. Usually Mara's the one that's right.
Yeah.
Well, because he has, we're busy doing this, so others are going to have the opportunity to see stuff before we are, unless we're on a certain social media or streaming, whatever. So and it wasn't that I wasn't believing him. I just wanted to confirm it and make sure we had all the ducks in a row. And
J-Bone, that was an old age joke, but I'm going to throw it back over to my tag team partner now.
Oh, thank you. Damn. Can I finish my predictions? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
For Sunday, for Sunday, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. If I don't go with Liv and Raquel, I feel like Baron's going to hunt me down here in Southern Illinois and hit me with a chair.
You goddamn right.
But then again, I don't know, man, because what if this is the end of the Judgment Day and their reign? Dude, I love you, Baron, but I'm going to go with Bayley and Lyra, man.
Whoa.
I'm going to go with Bayley and Lyra.
I'll mute my mic.
I know. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. We've seen this with
AJ.
AJ.
My steel chair is missing. Baron, were you in my room again?
On my way.
Good luck finding me, brother. AJ Styles and Logan Paul. It seems to me like every time AJ Styles is booked on a pay-per-view, he's booked to put the other person over. And it hasn't been like that every single time, but for the majority of the AJ Styles matches that I've seen, which have all been phenomenal, pun intended, it's always been the fact that AJ has been putting over the other talent. And I legitimately think it's AJ's time this time. So I'm going to go with AJ Styles because I hate Logan Paul. And so we're going to go with AJ Styles.
Logan Paul.
Styles may be running off to the sunset within the next year or so. So who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio in a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, man, this is hard. I don't think it's going to be Finn because, again, I think the Judgment Day is going to end. I don't think it's going to be Dom. I believe they're going to put this on Penta. I think Braun's going to drop to Penta. So we're going to go with Penta on this. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. Every time Drew gets into one of these scenarios, he just loses his temper, and it always comes back to bite him in the ass. I'm going to say Damian Priest wins on this one. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the triple threat match for the women's championship, the world championship. Dude, this has been so good. I'm still not sold on Bianca Belair, but Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in this match. But how they've been telling this story with Bianca and Rhea kind of pushing Io away every time she wants to get in the middle of it. I really do think Io Sky is going to retain. So I'm going to go with Io to retain the women's world championship. All right, the open challenge for Randy Orton. Who will he face? See, I don't know, man. This is, literally it could be anybody because we talked about Sheamus. The guys mentioned Rusev since he just signed his contract with the WWE. And
Even
then
Cross put on social media that he would take the match.
And then there's Aleister Black. Man, I don't know. It literally could be anybody. I'm going to go with. Do we know if Black has officially signed a contract with WWE?
I don't think we know. And to kind of go back to, I think what J-Bone was saying, there was a prediction of Aleister Black from whatchamacallit, but I think that debut is not till the 25th.
Vince, get out of here!
Vince, what the hell are you doing in here?
Get out of here!
I was just going to say, they've been showing some vignettes on SmackDown that are very reminiscent of Black and his style and his look and his gimmick.
The smoke, the fog.
Yes. Yeah. The thing is, and I'm not trying to take away from anybody who picked it. That's why I was waiting for mine to talk about this. They put up on the screen very clearly, BKL pointed this out in the chat. They put up on the screen very clearly last night, 4/25/25. So they're not planning on him to make his debut till next Friday on SmackDown. So in my opinion, that means it's probably not going to be Black, but you never know. That could be his SmackDown debut.
Yeah. And I'm surprised. It just reminds me of what happened in the first Hell in a Cell match and the iconic words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, who we might actually get as an opponent on Sunday for Randy Orton. It's gotta be Kane. I think that'd be rich, but no, I don't think it's coming. But
I think you know what? I'm just gonna guess because I legit don't know. This is one of the hardest things. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna pick Rusev, and I'm gonna go with Rusev winning. Finally, for Cody Rhodes and John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Oh, I don't know how they're gonna let Cena win and have him take the title home. They've all been talking a lot of smack lately, and the mic work between these two has just been great, absolutely great. I think there's going to be some run-ins. I was literally just looking up Cody's brother to see if he could possibly be invested or involved in this match. I don't think so. I think he's going to be there, but I don't think he is going to be on TV because he's still under contract with AEW. So I'm going to, you know what, man? I'm just going to pick Cody Rhodes to retain.
Because what if it's Chad Gable dressed up as Goldust?
I mean, he's already, yeah. I mean, if the mask gets pulled off of Gable tonight from Grande, then yeah, I would have to probably that's an option, you know.
If Goldust shows up and it's shorter than Cody, it's Chad Gable.
Especially if he does this. He does one of these. Okay, yeah, I'm going with
Achoo! Oh.
well, it could be like boom. All right, let's go with Max because I'm interested in Max, and I know we got to get off here because Mania is going to start soon. So, Max, real quick, are you ready?
So, real quick before I go, you did say Rusev wins as well, right?
It's the Rusev wins, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
all
as
right,
we're doing my list, I'm going to call out a couple of the picks that were made by other people. If I am missing something for a person, like a certain match they didn't tell me yet, I will holler that out. Before we get into it, though, Courtney, you picked for one match so far. Did you want to pick more? I don't even know if you're still here. I hope you are. We love having you. But if you want to pick for more, let me know. And I've already got your name on the list, and I'll just start throwing your picks in as we go down mine.
all right, let's go down yours. For tonight, War Raiders versus New Day for the World Tag Team Championship. Max, who do you got?
All right, so I also want to point out here that the War Raiders posted on social media earlier today, hey, Kofi Kingston, we ran into your family. We had a great conversation, and they cannot wait to see us beat you down and give you the beating you deserve. That being said, I think New Day is going to take the titles off the War Raiders tonight.
Okay. Ray Phoenix and El Grande Americano.
Oh, see, this one was already tough to begin with because I think they're going to build the legend of El Grande Americano, but on this particular one, I really thought it was going to be Rey Mysterio going over, but without Rey Mysterio in there, are we going to push the new guy that hard? I'm going Rey Phoenix just because, and I'd like to point out that Styles picked a large cup of coffee to win this. And Courtney, if you want to do picks, all I have for you is AJ Styles. So we just did War Raiders and New Day for me. So that and the Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano are the next two I need from you if you want to play.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to Jade Cargill and Naomi. Max.
Okay. I was going to save this explanation until we got to the women's triple threat match. Also, BKL, I need to know what you decided, Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. After what happened last night on SmackDown, Rhea comes out, she blasts this what's going on, and Io comes out, goes to lift the microphone, Bianca's music hits. So she comes out, so now Io hasn't had a chance to talk, Bianca gets in, she starts to talk, and Naomi's music hits. Naomi comes down and she is Bianca. Why aren't you responding to me? You're not returning my calls. You come to SmackDown. You don't even reach out. Bianca says, I said what I said and I stand by it. Jade Cargill's music hits. And here's poor Io standing there with a microphone in her hand. So I am going to say this here because I was going to say it there. I think the fact that she's been pushed aside, ignored, talked over, and generally underestimated in this whole story, I suspect she's going to come out and win this match as well. But I'm actually going to pick Jade on this.
Okay. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE United States Championship.
Oh, man, I am so glad you asked.
I'm glad I did.
That
was the next match.
I love LA Knight. LA Knight is amazing out there. The guy can work that crowd, work that mic like no other. Mm-hmm. Jacob Fatu is an absolute beast. Every time I see him get in that ring, he destroys somebody. The only way I can describe it is he gets in there and goes, yeah, you're done. Yeet, and tosses them out, which should give you a little hint of what I'm going to pick in a little bit. So I am going Jacob Fatu on this.
All right. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship.
I mean,
that's the stage? Holy
I think we all know
shit.
I want Tiffy time to win this, and I think she should. But do the people that are booking this match agree with me? I really thought when had Charlotte choose Tiffy, that they were definitely going to take the title off of Tiffy and put it on Charlotte. I am starting to think that may not be the case, and I'm going to say WrestleMania 41 is Tiffy time.
All right, Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I have said since Royal Rumble that I believe that Jey can be the guy. I think he can pull this off. I think he can give that title the shine. And his promo where he went out and told Gunther, I'm not scared of you anymore, solidified that for me. I'm saying it's going to be Jey Uso.
Okay. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman versus Seth Rollins in a triple threat match. Max.
I was not happy that this match took a main event spot away from the Royal Rumble winners. I really wasn't. I feel like either Jey or Charlotte, as the winners of the Rumble, deserved this spot on the card. But I will not deny that this match, it's the fans that win, because you have three of the best in the ring and Paul Heyman at ringside. How do we as a fan lose with this match? The problem is, how do you pick a winner on this? I'm going to go with Seth Rollins, because I think we're going to see some tomfoolery, because now Heyman owes him a favor.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that is too true. Let's move on to Sunday night, and we kick it off with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. God dang it. For the Women's Tag Team Championship.
All right, so Baron, let me apologize for what I'm about to say. Because you know, I love Liv, I love your love for Liv, and I love you. Here's the thing. But let me be clear. This is not who I'm picking. This is what I would love to see. Bayley and Lyra are very talented. I think they look good in the ring together. I would love to see them take the belts and have it be a feud back and forth between these two teams for a little while. I don't think they're going to do that, and here's why. Lyra Valkyria is still your women's Intercontinental Champion, and I don't think they want to put a second belt on her right this moment. So, that being said, I think Liv and Raquel will be retaining at Mania.
Okay. We move on to AJ Styles and Braun Breaker. Or I'm sorry, AJ Styles and Logan Paul.
AJ versus Braun? Dude, that's the match we should have had at the main event.
Woo!
AJ Styles
All right.
and Logan Paul, sorry.
This is the part where I talk about the Steiner math, right? All right.
Yeah, which you cut a promo for that. That's great.
All right. So we know my feelings on Logan Paul. I've made it very clear on this show. I have also pointed out I have to give credit where credit is due. The man can work. He can get in there. He can put on a hell of a match. I cannot deny that. At the end of the day, though, I actually do see AJ Styles winning this match, so I'm going AJ Styles.
Okay. Now we move on to Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio in a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship.
You know, they say all podcasters are created equal.
Oh, no.
I would like to, instead of continuing his version of the promo,
They
I'm
broke
do my
the
own.
mold with me, motherfucker.
First off, look at how old this man is. There is no way he is my equal in podcasting. Okay? This gentleman right over here, he's awesome. I can't say too much negative about him, but his singular focus on Liv could be his downfall. That means he is not my equal in podcasting. This guy right here is the closest thing to my equal in this podcast business, because he's got a voice for podcasting. He knows his stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm still the resident heel, no matter how you try to hand my title over to somebody else. And so, no, I have a 162% chance of winning this. That being said, I think it's going to be Penta winning the title.
And duly noted, Max.
Shit.
Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. We will get to the news here in just a moment. I need you to get. I need.
Yes.
Sorry, but yeah, we got more news.
Yeah.
If Drew doesn't win this, do we have to listen to him whine about how it wasn't his fault?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
That being said, I'm going Priest.
All right, let's get through Max's predictions and then we'll get to news. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship.
I mentioned this earlier. I think the way they have treated Io like she's not there, that Rhea and Bianca have made this whole thing about each other and not Io. Mm-hmm. And Io keeps trying to remind them, bitches, I'm here and I'm the champ. Pay attention to me.
Yeah.
I think Io is going to send a message tonight when she retains her title.
Okay. Who will Randy Orton face and who will go over?
All right. I have been thinking about this for a while, ever since the announcement that KO wasn't going to be available. I figured that WWE would tell us ahead of time, but I like it this way so much better because we get to play Max's bonus point game, and that is one of my favorite games. So I have thought about a lot of possibilities. Rusev is one. Black. Like I said, though, I don't think it's going to be Black, but Black has been high up there on my list. It can't be Rey Fenix. I thought that is a possibility until they announced him as Rey Mysterio's replacement. Sheamus, Karrion Kross. You have all these possibilities. There's so many people in Vegas for WrestleMania weekend that can do it, but I'm going to go with a guy that nobody else has thought of. Joe Hendry would be great, by the way. Let me make sure I say his name because we still want him to appear here. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. I am going to tell you guys a little story. Randy Orton, his music hits. He walks down to the ring. He says, who's it going to be? Who is my opponent going to be for this match? Who's going to accept this challenge? The crowd gets quiet in anticipation. And you hear, oh, radio, tell me everything you know. And then we go into his actual current music because Zack Ryder's dead. We just needed that opening to get everybody's attention. Mm-hmm. I am going to go with the long shot and say Matt Cardona is his opponent.
Ooh, yeah. And before we get to the breaking news that Mir just picked or just told us or shared in the chat, Cody Rhodes and John Cena versus for the undisputed WWE Championship. Real quick.
Listen, there's been a lot of talk about Cena leaving with that belt. By the way, I'm picking Orton to still go over, even if it's Matt Cardona.
All right.
So there's been a lot of talk about Cena leaving with the belt, but he said that he will be here through the end of the year. He is still going to be participating until the end of 2025. So I don't see any worry with him leaving with the belt because he's going to come back. He's already said he will be doing shows through December. Therefore, we have plenty of time for him to return the belt. I think everybody involved in this is rooting for him to get that number 17. And I think we're going to see that happen tomorrow night for the main event. I think it's going to be John Cena winning the title, getting that record-setting moment.
Okay. All right. Now, let's move on to the breaking news. And apparently, thanks to Mir, who let us know, Bayley was just attacked backstage. So that means that she is out of the Women's Tag Team Championship tomorrow. And Lyra Valkyria has 24 hours to find a brand new partner. So this changes the whole dynamic of our predictions. I don't even know who would tag with Lyra, but let's go ahead and ask the guys here. And if you have made your predictions to lock them in for free merch, let Max know who you think is going to take over for Bayley, either here in the chat or you can go to X and go to Max Mages. But let's go to Baron and see what he thinks first.
Who's gonna take her spot?
Yeah, who's gonna take Bayley's?
I generally have no idea, and I don't even think Bayley's officially out. She just got attacked, right? I don't think there's official word that she's not.
Well, J-Bone is she officially out?
She's out.
She's out.
She's officially out.
She's out, and Adam Pearce told Lyra. And she was down, Liv and Raquel were laughing off to the side, like, ha ha, you guys are done. Adam Pearce is like, look, I'm not canceling the match. You've got 24 hours to find a new partner. And so
I'm just going to throw a name out there because it doesn't matter because Liv's winning at the end of the day. So we'll just throw Lana out there.
Lana.
Can it finally be happening? Should we finally be getting the return that we've been talking about for weeks, months, even?
Well, Max, let's go to you next.
A return that's been speculated for a while.
Yeah.
Could we get possibly Mrs. CM Punk returning to the WWE ring?
And a match against Liv and Raquel opening. No.
Oh my God! Yeah. I'm going with AJ Lee, man. I am
Wow.
going with AJ Lee. That is good. I love it. It's WrestleMania season, dude. Anything can happen.
It is. That's a.
Anything can happen. I'm going with AJ Lee on that one. That is good pick, man. That is a really good pick, Max. J-Bone.
That's a good pick, but I'm going to go with someone that seemed to have been snubbed, and she showed up at the Rumble, and we really haven't seen her since. I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss.
Ooh, that's another good pick. Oh, my God. That is another damn good pick.
Easy, guys. Easy.
Easy, boys. Easy now. Lives in this match.
This is what they're pulling out of us. Like, these are the emotions that they're pulling out of us, and we only have 30 minutes until it's showtime. So
real quick though, Bailey and Lyra, don't they have some beef with someone over in NXT? Haven't they been going on back and forth with NXT women, right?
Yeah, they've been. They've.
So this could be a surge of NXT ladies coming over, attacking. But nonetheless, Liv's winning.
I'm gonna go. So Max, can I change mine?
You do whatever you want.
Hold on, I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Let me put a category down here at the bottom that says who will Bailey's replacement be, and we'll call that a bonus point as well.
Boom, there you go. I'm gonna go with AJ Lee or Alexa Bliss because those are really, really good options. But we got to wrap this up because we only have 30 minutes left until we get to night number 1 of WrestleMania, which, by the way, come back here on youtube.com/Ramblers Unleashed, and we are going to review night number 1 for you, and we want to hear what you thought about it, and we'll see which one of us got close enough with our predictions. So in the meantime, Baron, how can they follow you on socials?
Scumbag Jordan 3Ns. Follow me. See you guys later tonight.
3 N's. J-Bone, how can they follow you, sir?
J-Bone 5150, and also over on TNI on Thursdays.
Boom, Max.
Mir, who are you picking as replacement? You can find me at Max Magus. You can find my other podcast at Our Shots Podcast. You can listen to it anywhere where you listen to podcasts, or go to random-shots.net. Courtney and BKL, I will be reaching out to you too on Twitter to get the rest of your picks. And J-Bone, I didn't hear who you said you thought Bailey's replacement would be.
Oh, I said Alexa Bliss.
Bliss. So Dizzy says Bliss or Lee.
Mm-hmm.
J-Bone says Bliss.
Can I?
Baron said.
Can I change my winner?
Do you want to change your winner? You know what? We'll talk about that after we go off air. Nikki Bella, that's a damn good guess.
Ooh, yeah.
You know she's in town.
Well, she was at Hall of Fame. The Bella twins were at the Hall of Fame last night.
Not only that, we know she's been down in Florida working out because I think it was Natty that said that she's been showing up and training with her.
Damn, that's another good freaking pick. But I'm sticking.
Oh, by the way, Natty won her blood sport match. Good for her. She whooped ass.
Very good.
I've seen that.
Max, did you get your answers that you needed?
Everything but what I'm reaching out to Courtney and BKL for.
Okay.
So I'll reach out to Styles for this one as well.
Sounds good. We will be back. Do not miss our review. We will talk about everything that happened on WrestleMania night number 1, and we will preview night number 2 for you coming up after night 1 is over and done with. And we're excited. Happy WrestleMania. Enjoy it. And we will see you later on tonight right here, youtube.com/Ramblers Unleashed. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button that tells YouTube that you like what we're doing and suggest our videos to more people. And we're going to get out of here. See ya. Enjoy WrestleMania.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramblers Unleashed. Follow the show on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of upcoming episodes.
Can I take my bath now?